Good morning. This is Ben Wolfett, and I am pleased to be here to announce the 2011 North Hudson Pepper Festival Parade for the local cable TV. Joining me this morning is my co-host, Cindy St. Ors, who also is a native and has that Italian heritage that she really is the expert in this festival.
Good morning,
Cindy?
Ben. Good morning. Thank you. Again, you and I are co radio talking. They keep asking us back for some reason.
Well, it's because we enjoy it, I think, and hopefully that comes through in the broadcast. But this morning is a lovely morning. The sun has been in and out, and the temperature is very mild, and there's large crowds on both sides of the street this morning. And we have our first units approaching, that being the North Hudson Police, which is leading the parade. And they are going to be followed by a number of units, which will be, some of them, very loud when
Yes.
we get to the fire department. So that's why we can quit talking.
Yeah.
And I assume this is probably Chief Mark Richard and his family in the squad car. Yes, it is. And, he probably has his family. Oh, gee, he has a whole
Oh,
group
he does.
all under control with the bars.
He sure does. Mark Richard. Boy, it is loud, isn't it, Ben?
Yes, it is. And we're going to be coming here to a point where we stand up and honor the flag, as we have the American Legion Post 50 combined with VFW Post 2115 carrying the colors. So we'll take a break here to honor the flag. And we have another flag unit appearing, and this is the Civil War Veterans Unit.
Whoa.
And the music you heard in the last unit was from Lee Greenwood, and God Bless USA.
Whoa. It's emotional, isn't it?
It's always wonderful to hear
Oh,
that.
it is.
And I noticed that the Civil War unit in front of us represents the 6th Wisconsin Regiment. And, of course, Wisconsin, Minnesota are very active units in the war between the states.
Oh, didn't know they were going to do this, did we? Oh,
There you were hearing the rifle fire, the salute from VFW
boy.
Post 2115.
Oh.
Civil War unit also has 3 musket bearers, I see, but I don't believe they're going to fire those weapons.
Oh,
Old flintlocks.
boy. The uniforms are fabulous, aren't they?
There's a a very nice Civil War museum in the state capitol, way up in the top. If you go about the third level of the state capitol in Madison,
Really?
they used to have be there. I'm not sure if it hasn't moved, but it was a very nice presentation with a number of mementos from the Civil War, letters and such written by veterans of Wisconsin.
Oh, I didn't know that. What we got coming here are some of the old Hudson Fire Department trucks.
This is not the one that's going to respond at your fire.
No. No. But I wonder if we've grown any. We have so many. Remember, we comment about all our units.
John driving.
Oh, yeah, old King Jonathan Cody.
Also flying American flag. Now will come the noisy units.
Oh, yeah.
First one being the ladder truck, which was purchased, it must be 10, 12 years ago already.
Looks brand new, though, doesn't it? They keep them
very highly spent.
They do.
We kind of have a post in our way, but as far as I can see, we have fire trucks coming.
Yep, many. Growing candy for the kids, too, as usual.
Engine 161 from the Hudson Fire Department. Your brother-in-law Sean is a member of the fire department, is he not?
Yes, Sean. Yep.
The tremendous service they perform for the community, being ready to respond to fires and emergencies.
Oh, loud.
That's the Boy Scouts on that one.
Yes.
Tanker truck.
Oh, yeah, they've got their signs, the North Hudson Boy Scouts of America signs on that truck.
This unit tells you that it's been here a long time. Serving since 1876.
We're lucky we had them. I think we had that storm, a fire during the week. Oh.
Second tanker truck looks like it'll mate to the first one. Here's a little.
What's that?
That's St. Joseph. Little pumper truck for old brush fires.
I don't know if the kids like this or they don't like it. Oh, now we've got St. Joseph's units. I didn't even realize the transition just happened.
Starting with the pickup truck.
You probably said that and I couldn't hear you. I
St. Joe's
apologize.
is growing very rapidly, and their fire department's expanding. They were actually building on, I think, to accommodate all the vehicles that they have.
I didn't. They were just moving. I totally missed that. Now we've got the EMS.
Need to have that lady sit up.
Huh? St. Croix EMS cars coming through. How many of those do we have?
We now have the St. Croix EMS.
Couple of them.
Units.
Oh, there's the dog. Canine dog. Unfortunately, we don't know the name of that dog.
But he's got the window open. He's enjoying the parade.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Seems very calm, so I suspect this is not his first parade.
Kind of like us.
Yeah, true. We're very calm too, I hope. And we have another ambulance rescue unit.
Yeah.
It's still part of the St. Croix EMS, I believe.
Yes. A couple of them, Ben.
Well, that's another unit which really makes the community a much safer place, and it's primarily volunteers, but highly trained volunteers.
the second one looks like it's new, doesn't it?
I was going to mention that. That looks like a much newer unit.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, has the bridge. It's quite nice, isn't it? The artwork.
Here we go with
on
our
there.
Grand Marshal.
Ah.
And we have a husband and wife team here with Margaret Ontel and Jay Griggs. Both have been associated with the Hudson Star Observer for a large number of years.
We're missing Margaret.
And the vehicle is being driven by Ken Heiser, who was formerly the CEO at the bank, and his wife, Lynn Heiser. You're right, Margaret is gone.
Margaret's not there.
Maybe she's taking photographs.
I was going to say, she's probably working for the Star Observer. Or now we got our good neighbor, Paul Rohde.
I still think that's wrong. I'm going to have to talk to him. But yes, Paul Rohde, the good neighbor, who owns the Aguabi Kitchen, which used to be located up in the little strip mall in North Hudson.
Yes.
Where Cozy Corner currently is.
Oh, now what do we have? The City of Hudson Mayor Al Burchell and North Hudson Vice President George Klein.
Well, and George is in style. He's wearing the beads.
I like it.
He's dressed up in all of the finery that
He's
should
got
have
the
for
Italian
representing the
shirt on. Lived here a while. See, he knows what he needs to do to fit in.
Yeah, George is usually would be on his motorcycle. Instead, he's riding in a red Corvette. Oh, I hear a musical group coming.
It's going to be our Pepperfest royalty.
Well, I suspect these are all the parents that are marching in the front here. At least they're wearing Pepperfest shirts and the beads.
Oh yeah, it's our group.
They look like they belong here.
Yep, they're ending it. This is their grand finale. They've seen enough parades in the last year.
I think it's a bittersweet moment for them.
It is.
And not only just for the royalty, but for the family.
With our son in it, as Pepper King in 2010, we went to enough parades just to go. And it's a lot. But you're right, it's bittersweet. It is.
Well, the King, Lee Halverson, is walking. He's not on.
No, he likes to walk. And we've got Queen Brooke Dirks, Princesses Mackenzie McGraw, and Jennifer Johnson.
Well, they're enjoying things, definitely.
Great looking group. How fun.
And a lot of spirit there.
Yeah.
Well, hot.
I'm still partial to the float. It's just so festive. here comes
Hey, here
King.
comes Mr. Halverson.
Thank you, sir, very much. Yeah. Pepperized, that's different.
We need some edible ones.
Yeah.
Those are very pretty, but not edible.
Oh, no. We've got the Vulcans coming in, Ben.
Yep. And the Vulcans have been here, I think, for a couple of hours already, because this morning they were in the tent with all the royalty, and they were having a grand time introducing themselves.
They were at
about the relationship between the North Hudson Pepper Festival and the Winter Carnival.
Yep, they were.
And all of these gentlemen have names. They all have positions.
I know.
Now go find Mom and Dad, give them a hug, they'll wear it too.
Sparky and all of those.
Sparky and Flamius.
And I don't know. We have a list of them, but it would take us all day if we tried to read them off.
I'd have to find them first.
Here comes some of the past crew coming through.
Well, actually,
spouses, I think, of Vulcan.
the Vulcan crew is the Baron Hot Sparkus, Grand Duke Fertilius, the Count of Ashes, Count Embrius, the Duke of Clinker, General Flamius, the Prince of Soot, and they are riding in the Royal Chariot Laverne, which is a 1932 fire truck built in Laverne, Minnesota, and believed to be the last of its kind.
Wow.
So that is quite a unit and quite a history.
That is.
And there's no question that these guys enjoy the parade and they enjoy the Pepper Festival.
Here comes the royalty from last year, where my son Nathan was
Should be
king.
your son Nathan and his group.
Guess they got to do one more thing.
This is Queen
Oh,
Courtney
jeez.
Cobb, Princess
Oh,
Jessica
no.
Dornfeld, and Princess Amber Hargesheimer,
That's looking scary.
King Nate St. Ors.
Oh dear. And well, I'll tell you one thing, for being half Italian, he does like to dance.
Well, they are a little more laid back than the 2011.
We are back, it says. Oh boy. Oh. Now what we
It's good to
have.
have them back too.
Yeah.
So,
Now we have what the River Towns. The newspaper coming through.
now this is Rivertown's net, so it represents several communities: the
Right.
New Richmond News, the Hudson Star Observer,
Yep.
River Falls Journal, and the Pierce County Herald. All part of rivertowns.net.
.net, yep.
And we have our first banking unit, Riverbank, which is here locally in North Hudson. They've been here for a
Goodness.
number of years now,
Well, it's,
since 1894.
but I don't know. Have it been maybe, what, 3-4 years since they?
Oh, no,
Longer
I would-
than that already here in North
Longer
Hudson?
than that. I'll bet
Oh
it's
my.
8 to 10 years.
Seriously?
I was up there the other day, and
Oh.
they had a lot of things going on at Pepperfest. A lot
Oh.
of things for kids, including a petting zoo with exotic
Yes.
animals like camels and llamas and
They really,
sheep and goats.
they really try to participate big time, and everybody really looks forward to going to
They
that.
had a nice crowd up there, and I
Yeah.
think it was like on Wednesday maybe.
Yeah, I
Tuesday
think
or
it
Wednesday.
started that way, and they had something going on every day different. There's dogs in the street, and they're throwing frisbees, and
Yeah, I'm not sure those are something. They're not an actual frisbee, but there's something like it.
yeah.
Hollow in the center.
Maybe they go faster, straighter.
Yeah,
or
they got a
something.
lot of color, so we're getting orange ones and green ones and pink ones. It's not quite the Italian. Italian
No,
should be red,
no,
green, white.
they
right?
should have. Should coordinate that right next time. I think now, what do we have? The Adrenaline Martial Arts Academy coming up. All those young students there. Says that they offer modern cutting-edge training in Hudson. It includes kickboxing, karate, Brazilian jiu-jitsu, and MMA classes.
Yeah, it mentions that you can learn practical self-defense, build confidence, lose weight, and have a lot of fun.
Jeez.
They opened up in November of 2010, and they're located behind the Home Depot next to Monda Sports. So up on the hill. Having a little kick demonstration there.
Ah. Oh, the kids get excited about getting
Yeah.
to kick somebody.
Especially if it's an instructor. They got the heavy bag behind him. I don't know if they're going to use that or not.
What do we have here now? Royal, or River Falls royalty. And River Falls Days always happens in July. So they're already, we've got a new court. Casey Manchi, Aislinn Pomfret, Amanda Geese, and Madeline Nyquist.
And they are here every year as we are in their float
Yeah.
parade every year.
Yeah.
And they build themselves as the city on the Kinney, and that would be the Kinnickinnick River.
Thank you.
I believe we had Meg Heaton here.
Yeah.
Meg, of course, has been with the Star Observer for a long time too, and not only takes photographs, but she writes a column.
She writes good columns.
Our next royalty float is from Baldwin, the Junebug Days, which is in early June, which is appropriate since that's when we usually see the June bugs coming out.
My favorite bug, haha.
They are sponsored by the Baldwin-Woodville Area Chamber of Commerce. And this year we have Miss Baldwin of Caitlin Venstra. First princess is Caitlin Hofer. Second princess, Jordy Tiffany. Third princess is Hannah Morton. We have fourth princess of Allie Jacob, and Miss Congeniality is Caitlin Veenstra, who also is Miss Baldwin.
There you go. Did a nice job.
So that's appropriate that she's not only Miss Congeniality,
Now we have all the Le Petit Dentistry. They're new in town. For children, I think,
Where are they located?
starting at age 3, I believe. We don't have any paperwork on it, but I know my little granddaughter got some information on it. So it caters to the children.
Where they're
for
located?
dentistry. I don't, unfortunately. I want to say I saw the street, but I can't say for sure. It's up in the new development, I believe.
We now have River Valley Services, which is a complete home sales for docks and for shrinking. So you see all the shrink wrap on boats. These would be the people who provide that service.
Okay, and then kind of have a hold up here.
Well, but this is one of my favorite units here. We're talking about a pipe and drum corps.
It's presented at the O'Connell Funeral Home and Cremation Services. They're having a big kind of for their anniversary, which they're having their open house tomorrow night.
This is a very interesting unit because they have a celebration in September that features a portable historic site involving a recruiting group for Colonel Gaffney's regiment, settlers of the 17th century army. Scotch Irish music is by Laura McKenzie, Greenwood Tree, and Todd Mentor. They have a craft village, a Scottish bake sale, Highland games, including the caber toss, which is that big chunk of wood, stone pug, tug of war, kids games, craft, face painting. Sounds like a very good time, including a authentic Scottish pig roast dinner.
Right.
So this is the first year, I believe, that we have had this unit. It's a wonderful addition.
Yeah, and that's where it's sponsored by O'Connell. Nice, we don't get much music in our parade.
I am sure that the crowd is enjoying this unit very much. Sounds like Amazing Grace.
It is. Gives me goosebumps. Very nice. Very nice.
We'll join in the clap for that group.
Yes.
I think this is part of their group also.
Yeah, it is. There's a hearse.
And the O'Connells are sponsoring an old hearse drawn by beautiful horses.
Oh my gosh. it's
Beautiful harness.
Beautiful. The whole unit is beautiful. Look at that.
Wow,
Oh.
that is quite a group.
Oh. It's got the old.
And here comes the whole McConnell family and
O'Connell
their
group.
staff.
Yep.
Where's Tom?
He's
Probably driving one of these vehicles because here come the more modern hearses.
Yeah. Kind of his little retirement kind of last hurrah. Kathy,
Yeah,
I was
this is
talking
a-
to Kathy, his daughter, earlier. Now that's one of the.
It's a very nice unit. We have 3 hearses here following the horse-drawn hearse, following the Scottish bagpipers.
Oh my gosh! And now he has a group of drummers coming that he's sponsoring as well.
This is a pretty huge limo that we have here. And it also is with Connell's.
There's Mike O'Connell driving the big one here. They're advertising their open house tomorrow. At 5.
This is the Bath and East drum corps. So another musical unit here.
Wow, how nice is this?
And I'm not sure where this group is from since I don't have a sheet on
We
them.
don't.
Again, very nice to have them visit. pulling out a measure. I'm not sure if that's a measure
Great.
for a coffin.
Ah, that's nice. And they've got Tom. Tom O'Connell Jr. is sitting next to his mother in the back. I graduated with Tom from Hudson. Your class of 70. It's nice that he's here as well, so all of them are.
And here's the Hudson Hospital unit.
Okay.
Hospital unit also represents the clinics. They've been in the Hudson area now for quite some time. They have the new facility, the new campus,
Yep.
and they are located just off I-94, and they provide nationally known acclaimed healing arts program. They have 25 private hospital rooms featuring private baths, garden views, guest accommodations, and room services for patients and guests. They have a regionally popular birth center, rehabilitation center, imaging center, cancer care, heart care, neurology, orthopedic, and more.
And they're part of the members of Health Partners.
We have Citizen State Bank passing in front of us right now.
We kind of got a little bit of this is out of order for us, so bear with us here. They are, they've been banking for over 100 years. They're proud to serve their customers in western Wisconsin. Citizen State Bank.
Yeah, they say while they have been here for 100 years, that their commitment to their customers has never changed. We get a little break here again before the Hudson Hockey Association comes. They're coming to a view now. And they have been very active every year, and I believe, if I understand correctly, they are the largest hockey association in the state of Wisconsin. So, we found out where LaPete Dentistry is. It's on Carmichael Road,
Yep.
131 Carmichael Road.
Yep, Suite 200.
Here we have the sign bearers for the Hudson Hockey, followed by a large number of skaters. And they're throwing out, I assume, probably candy on rollerblades. These look to be probably peewees and mites and
Looks like
squirts,
it, yeah.
and maybe one
They're loving it.
peewee. They have a very active program, and they have a special program where you can start for 4 weeks to see if you like hockey. It's called the Jumpstart the Hockey. And if you like it, you can join the association.
I like that idea. And then putting them in it.
They also do
Paying all
have a annual event that comes up in September 17th, the annual pig roast. It's up at the arena, which they have food, beverage, games, music, and a bake sale. So if you're looking for a good time on September 17th, come on up to the Hockey Association Arena and enjoy the pig roast.
Well, now we have our first candidate for Pepperfest. It's Tiffany Hallman, and her parents are Tom and Wendy Bruns and Ken Hallman, and she's sponsored by Bardell Dental Associates.
And Bardell Dental is in North Hudson, so they've been a business here for quite a number of years. And we have a vehicle here from Seasons Tavern where we are sitting
right
and who have provided this space for us, and probably our bottle of water, which
Yeah,
everyone
I
can
think
enjoy.
so. I think so. This is great. This drum line group has come through all the time every year. The Cracker Jacks.
Oh yes.
They're from Wake Park, Minnesota, and they're owned and operated by the Cracker Jacks Drum Shop.
It's interesting. They've been in the Mardi Gras in New Orleans. They've also been in the Halloween parade in Manhattan, New York. So they provide a lot of music for very few people.
Yes, they do.
I thought in the past that they've had a larger number of groups,
Yeah.
probably like 5 or 6 people.
Oh, they are. It looks a little smaller today. What do
Well, we have our next queen candidate here. Oh no, this is the North Branch.
North Branch.
Minnesota. The Midsummer Ambassadors. We have A.B. Carlson, Callie Grote, and Megan Wickland.
Right.
And North Branch has the Midsummer Association. They're in the 3rd week in June. It's their 86th year. And the actual ambassador program is celebrating its 54th year.
Go.
So the community of North Branch just up I-35, 35W, I believe.
Just up that way about a month ago. I haven't been North Branch in years. It's nice there. Oh, here comes the other Italian rival.
Yep.
Our
Our arch
Cumberland.
rivals at pepper eating.
Yeah, the Cumberland Royal Court. And as we know, Cumberland, the island city, has their Rutabaga Festival, always the weekend preceding Labor Day. And their court is Miss Cumberland, Hillary Zimmer, First Princess, Lori Deline, Second Princess, Kimber Harbeck, and Junior Princess, Gabby and Iris.
My, they have big soft hands.
I know it. They need to be a little more lively, like North Hudson. Rutabaga, Cumberland. That's next weekend now. We
always the
usually
week-
always try and go to that.
Yep, it's always the week before Labor Day.
Yes, and we usually always, that's kind of one of my favorites. It always has been.
Well, it's kind of it's much like the Pepper Fest because it's kind of shoehorned in down an alley and
Yes, yes.
kind of very much a community event. And we always went there for the pepper eating contest the week after we finished here. So I'm not sure we had finished digesting the peppers before we had to go back and eat another pound.
Plus, I'm partial to it because I have relatives in Cumberland.
I imagine
so-
there were a lot of the Italians came from Cumberland to North Hudson.
Italians, man.
Italian. I knew I'd get you with that. You'd have to have your
Every
annual-
year, I'm sure everybody's
have to have
tired
your
of
annual
hearing
correction.
that. They're all probably tired of hearing about that. Well, we have a long parade today from what we're looking at with the lineup. Got a lot of units coming through.
Had some additions, only a couple of deletions, but we are up over 100 units. And we now have fairly bright sunshine and blue skies, so it's warming up a little bit.
No, it's actually getting a little hot.
But I think the crowd is very much enjoying it, especially those that are on the east side of the street. They're still getting shade from the trees.
Well, and this good weather brings people to eat and buy a lot of beverages. So
Well, the
Brings
band
good-
last night was sound like a 1950s doo-wop band, and they sounded very good, even 5 or 6 blocks away where I could sit on the deck and hear them.
what's the next unit here? Peaceful Living, which is an 8-year-old company specializing in family care, children's services, elderly services, and adult family homes.
And they are located up by the post office, up on the hill.
Their services are based on the needs of each client and family.
And I believe the people we see here, the gentleman in the wheelchair, is part of that unit, part of Peaceful Living. And it's nice that there is a facility for people who need those special care.
Yes.
And they're throwing out some bubble gum and handing out literature.
It look like they have a pretty good sized staff. There's a lot of like staff
Very
members.
active group, and I suspect these are probably families of people who use Peaceful Living facilities and
Or also
programs.
employees maybe too.
And a couple of them in wheelchairs.
Okay.
And one of the gentlemen coming down the east side of the street now.
I recognize the
Wheelchair.
one over there, Ramsey Lee. I remember Ramsey. Mother Deb Lee is a teacher at the high school.
It's interesting that this is an Italian festival, and here we have our second Scottish unit.
What's with that?
Now, I don't know if these are associated with the first one, but this is the First Presbyterian Church Scottish Heritage Fest, and that's coming up September 10th. So very quickly, they're going to have Highland Games also. They're going to have a pig roast, a bake sale, and Scottish food. So September 10th, First Presbyterian Church.
So it's their 6th annual, huh?
I'm not sure what that instrument is that this lady has hanging from her waist. Kind of like a drum of sorts.
Yeah.
At this point, she's just banging on the wooden frame of it.
I don't know.
Well, and everyone has plaid sashes.
Says that you talked about how it portrays the recruiting camp of military unit, Colonel Gaffney's regiment.
And I'm not sure if this is this unit or was the one we saw before.
Oh, maybe.
Just about
I don't know then.
Well, here's the local community that you now live in, so you can here's
The Hudson Royalty. Now this is their new group. There's Miss Hudson, Kelsey Robertson, Princesses Audrey Oglesby, Elijah Burgess, and Kelsey Symes.
And as part of this, they make a one-year commitment to community service in which they build relationships, develop leadership skills, and serve as goodwill ambassadors among their neighbors in Wisconsin and Minnesota.
Yep. That's their new group. Just last July they were chosen.
The city of Hudson and the village of North Hudson are very well represented at probably 20 plus parades every year.
Yes, they are.
And when that happens, it means that all of their families are involved typically in getting the float ready, getting it to the destination, doing the tear down.
Sure are.
Quite a commitment.
Yes, it is.
Here we have a commercial unit. This is a Freedom Value Center, and they have been in the community for over 60 years. And we, of course, in North Hudson are enjoying an expanded Value Freedom Center.
We are.
Opened probably 5 or 6 weeks ago.
Right.
Something like that.
It's nice. Nice job.
So they're carrying additional services and have sort of reoriented the whole property, gas tanks and all.
Looks very, very nice. They've done a nice job. Oh, this is the North Hudson Elementary students, the North Hudson Elementary School. Their food booth, they're trying to raise money because they're doing the food booth this year.
Well, they're wearing the aprons, so they're definitely ready for the job.
We've got a lot of the teachers that are walking through right now, and they're doing the work.
Of course, and this is not something they just did in one day. This is something they are at a long time, cooking the food, making sure that they have adequate ravs and ravioli and peppers and the whole bit.
A lot of work.
Yep. So
A lot of work.
all those people who are going to be staying around, please go to the food booth and support the local community schools. Enjoy the food.
Well, we've got our next candidate, North Hudson Pepperfest candidate, Katie Barber. Her parents are Dan and Terry Barber, and she is sponsored by County Market in Hudson.
And they're followed by the Bridge for Youth with Disabilities. And this is a local group that provides services for those who have special needs.
They sure do. It's great service. Bridge has been around for a long time. Oh, and we've got Queen Amanda Lorenz. She's the queen for Bridge this year. Very nice. And the Bridge house, the Bridge Transition House is located on Front Street, right down by the Edina Realty Building, across from the, the sewage. What's the sewage plant there?
Okay.
There's Amanda right there.
And they are followed by Crowning Achievements, which is a pageant and a mentoring program for men and women over 16 with special needs. They also have a pageant in the fall. I don't have the dates on that, but
No, we don't.
keep your eye out and see, watch the paper.
Or otherwise go on crowningachievements.org and you might be able to find out more information on that, right?
They're going to be followed by the Hudson Dance Academy, and they are typically in the parade every year.
Well, we don't have anything showing about them. I'm not sure where they're located.
No, but
Hudson.
it's surprising this year they're carrying a banner, but in past parades, it seems to me that they've always had about 25, 30 dancers.
Right, and maybe they're
that
coming.
were
No,
participating. They could be behind them, but I'm not sure.
I'm not either.
'Cause we do
Oh
have
yes, Ben, they're coming.
They're coming, okay, because we do have a vehicle in the
Yes.
front of them that I assume serves as sort of a support vehicle, probably
Yes.
carrying some water and some refreshment,
Yep. Now they're doing.
Now
the
you
little
know where
dance.
they are.
Yes.
because the sign in the door tells you that they are a ballet, tap, jazz, and modern dance academy. Lots of young ladies here doing dance steps. They're performing for the camera right now.
All different age groups coming through on that.
Sorry about that. See, they're followed by three ladies here handing out, I think, popsicles or icicles.
Oh, they're giving out those freezies. If you dance, Ben, get up and dance and you'll get a freezie.
Probably why I never had a freebie. I don't dance.
A freezie, not a freebie.
Either way, it was a freebie freezy.
Just have to shake it a little bit.
Here we have a commercial unit from Ford, a highly decorated Ford F-150. And they have recently expanded their service area, which they refer to as the Ford Quick Lane. So if you got a Ford, you need it serviced, take it up on the hill, and apparently you can get it done very quickly. And they also have an expanded showroom floor.
Quite the painted truck, isn't it?
Yes, it is. And I think probably Ford F-150s, if I recall, are probably the most popular, the largest selling truck in the country.
Well, we've got a lull here again. Or are they coming up right now?
So this is an opportunity, though, to mention that the 2011 Pepperfest Royalty had a very good year at parades. They were the 2010 Cumberland first place float. Osceola, they took first place. At Woodensville, sitting in Mai, they took first place. In Roberts, they were the best float. At Baldwin Junebug Days, they were the second place royalty. They were also the first place in the Junebug eating contest. I wonder what they eat.
I don't know. We'll have to
Be
find that
Junebugs.
out so we know for next year.
At Durand, they got the Queen's Award. Arkansas Creek Park Days, they were the first place commercial float. On River Falls Day, they were the Judge's Choice. And at the Elmwood UFO Days, they were the first place royalty.
They did well. They did really well this year.
Very well received. And we should mention the royalty family. That would be Jamie and Carrie Dierks, Todd and Lori Johnson, Dan and Denise McGraw, and Diane Halverson, which is the Queen's wife. King Lee, I shouldn't say Queen's wife.
No,
King
Lee's wife. Yes.
was a Freudian slip there.
Yes.
And they do want to thank Hudson Ford for providing them the truck for pulling their float, and to Betty Lixit for the many tasks she performs, and to Ruth Nichols for her continuing support.
Rita.
Rita Nichols, yes. And of course the St. Paul Winter Carnival and their affiliates, all of which have been very supportive to the North Hudson Pepper Festival. I don't think there are two celebrations that are more
They
closely
really,
tied than
they
those two.
really go hand in hand, those two.
Because we've had the Klondike Kate has been from North Hudson. We've had Royalty.
And we also had Vulcan,
Yep.
Dave Johnson.
And Gary Hyder at one time was King Boreas Rex.
When they lived here, yeah.
Probably about 2000, 2001, somewhere in that time period.
Now we've got the American Red Cross St. Croix Valley chapter coming through. Has 70 trained disaster volunteers who respond to disasters such as floods, tornadoes, house fires, right here in the St. Croix County. And the volunteers are on call 365 days a year and 24/7 to help
Yeah,
with
they are a very, very
devastation.
important group.
Yes, thank goodness for them.
We have the commercial float, Jet Black. Jet Black provides professional driveway services, and they also do commercial parking lot projects, do asphalt seal coating and repairs. So if
Been
you
around.
need some work done in your driveway or parking lot, give them a call. They'll give you a free estimate.
It's been around for a while.
They are, and they have some local owners.
Yes, they do. Oh, we've got some little ones coming. This is the Willow River Car Club. Oh, they have their car show at Willow River September 17th, and it's going to be right at Uncle Mike's Emporium. And of course, Mike Kim and Kinney, who lives right down the street here. There's Mike driving the truck.
Uncle Mike's, of course, is a former JR Ranch.
Yes.
You know where the JR Ranch is? You know where
Uncle Mike's. Dave Snyder is the singer on that truck.
That?
It says Dave Snyder.
Wow.
Don't know. Well, you got the pig pit following behind. Oh, yes.
Yeah, and they've ever billed themselves as the home of the largest wood-fired grill in Wisconsin. I'm not quite sure how you
Oh.
came to that. They've surveyed all the wood grills in Wisconsin or that, but
I
that's
see.
quite a claim.
And I see Mike's trying to, his Thursday night steak night out there. He's advertising.
Now we have the City of Robbinsdale coming up. City of Robbinsdale has Whiz Bang Days. It's the 64th annual festival, and it's a community-sponsored celebration. Honors a small-town attitude that residents have, and also Captain Billy's Whiz Bang Productions. And we have Mrs. Robbinsdale with his A.J. Oliver. Princesses are Caitlin Bartlett, Ashley Donuts, Haley Proctor, Lily Raheen, Isabel Sawyer are the junior ambassadors.
Did that well, Ben. Uh-oh, here comes the accordion, the ape, Accordion Pranksters Enterprises.
Yeah, that's out of Mound, Minnesota, and they are very much tongue-in-cheek. They're dedicated to every man and woman learning to play the accordion. That would appeal to my father. He tried to get me to take accordion lessons, and it lasted until my body lies over the ocean.
Well, think of how many Italian men played the accordion. My grandfather did.
Well, they say, as a serious note, they do donate to conservation organizations that try to preserve habitat for apes.
For the endangered mountain gorilla. Oh boy. What? This
But
is
they want everyone to accept apes as the same as humans.
Yeah, that's what they
That's
say.
again tongue-in-cheek.
Yes. Now we've got the float coming through is Durand, City of Durand. Miss Durand is Brooke Lamb and Princess Amanda Bratner. Those are the two coming through, and they're lavender and white. Remember, they're always with that car all decked out.
And I did want to mention, if you're looking for a little entertainment tonight, the band this evening is going to be Uncle Chunk.
They're good.
And then on Sunday is, of course, the Dweebs, and the Dweebs are always local favorites.
And you know why you said last night it was the White Sidewalls that played
White
last
Sidewalls
night.
are
They're
very good.
always around. They've been around for a
Great
long
bands
time.
here at the Pepper.
Yes, they do a good job on getting bands. We have West St. Paul royalty coming up next here, and West St. Paul's Little Miss West St. Paul is Selena Panada Martinez and Sophie Schaefer, Princess Karina Evans, Amber Neubauer, and Miss West St. Paul is Christina Abbas.
And we should note that this is the 2011 royalty unit, and according to our agenda, the 2010 West St. Paul royalty is also going to be in the parade. They have an early festival. They're in the third week of May. So they've seen a lot of parades since they became the new royalty.
Right.
And I noticed that a number of the young ladies on the float have Hispanic names.
Yes,
And there is a very large Hispanic community in West St.
West
Paul.
St. Paul.
Here we have the city village of Turtle Lake coming. They are billed as the Lakes and Snows, Queen of the Lakes and Snows. And the queen is Holly Davis. Princess is Chardell Hayes. Little Miss Turtle Lake is Brianna Yeager. Princess Jordan Huff, Princess Katie Becker, and Princess Casey Coleman.
I don't remember it called Lakes and Snows. Do you?
I don't either.
Something new, do you think?
It must be. It kind of confused me with
Did me
the
when you started saying Turtle
Winter
Lake.
Carnival or the
That's what
Aquatennial
yeah,
in Minneapolis.
I was getting a little confused on that as
Between
well.
the lakes would be the Aquatennial and the snows would be the St. Paul Winter Carnival.
Well,
They've
this is
combined the two apparently.
yes. This looks like something new coming through. Go Kids Day, Hudson.
Yeah, I haven't heard of them before.
Have you? It's a community marketing service that improves and creates local business sales and awareness right here in Hudson.
They apparently provide gifting and funding programs for shopping here in Hudson and for the local schools and local causes.
Yeah.
So they're kind of very much a community service organization.
They have a website, gokidsday.com. Yeah.
Be interesting to know how long they've been in existence,
yeah.
or maybe they're new this year.
I just don't remember anything of them.
Should mention the people responsible for putting together the festival, doing all the planning, because there's a lot of work involved in that. The corporate officers are President Dan Barber, Vice President Gina Gross, Secretary Vicki Sipple, and Treasurer Sheriff Vanda Sandy. And the board members are Ryan Copeland, Diane Zeiss, Holly Steele, Scott Sipple, Michelle Ordner, and Anita Stillwell.
Right. Fantastic Sam's says it's on the Mullet Patrol. Stop at Fantastic Sam's. They have their locations are in Amory, New Richmond, and River Falls besides Hudson. If you need a new do, go to Fantastic Sam's.
I just need more hair.
I don't know, it said
Can
Mullet Patrol.
I get extensions on bald
Yeah,
spots?
there, yeah. Must be their little mascot in there, their truck.
Here's a 3M unit, and they're home and out of commercials.
Graham Window Films, commercial, sun control. Oh, and we've got Lindy Springs coming through. Water softeners, filters, salt, rentals. If you need good water, call Lindy Springs System. Should be giving out water. Uh-oh, I think somebody just got him with a water balloon.
Apparently, because I see the splash on the street.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they got it.
I hope they keep that to the crowd in the streets.
They're having fun.
So we got the St. Croix County 4-H ambassadors that are the next unit, and they are from all around St. Croix County. They work as leaders in their own clubs and helping with other 4-H clubs countywide and functions that are part of the county's social and civic programs.
Mm-hmm.
And we have the fairest of the fair, which is Kirsten Conder.
Oh, yes. Fairest of the fair. I almost couldn't see her behind that big truck.
Yeah. She almost had to go by before we could see her.
Yes. Well, now after this, we've got coming up the Hudson Physicians. Must be their little motto, get your groove on, kind of like on TV, that commercial.
I don't think this is our honor parade announcement. It's a large group though, and I'm not sure how many of those are physicians, but I'm assuming someone and their families, and they're handing out literature.
I know.
And the Hudson Physicians, of course, are part of the hospital and clinics, a separate organization. But we are blessed with having some very competent physicians in the area.
Yes. Got a big crew.
Yeah,
I
walking kind of slowly.
recognize some faces.
Yeah, I recognize a couple of physicians.
Get your groove on. They should be doing that groove dance.
They should be running, not walking, right?
Yep.
We should note also that Pepperfest gives out a lot of money to organizations over the years. And in 2010, They made donations to the North Hudson Elementary PTC, Destination Imagination, Hudson Senior Graduation Party, Knights of Columbus, Senior Citizens of St. Croix Valley, Boy Scout Troop 168 and PAC 168, St. Croix EMS, Hudson Area School Bands, the Hudson Boy Scout Troop 213, North Hudson Park Board, the Sharing Tree, Hudson Explorer Post 3150, the North Hudson Police Department, Youth Action Hudson, and the Hudson Hockey Association.
Right.
And most of those groups did something at the festival
Right.
to earn their donation.
Yes, they did. And now we've got State Representative Dean Knutson coming in, running for state assembly. Oh, he's got the nice necklace on,
Yeah,
pepper necklace.
I think he stole that from Tony Zappa. Except Tony's probably is electrified and has lights up.
Yeah. Oh, he's got his truck all decked out with the flags. That looks nice. And his team of, it says Team Dean.
Were you born yet when they had the first festival? Oh, I shouldn't ask this question, should I?
I can't remember. I gotta look to see when the.
It's 1954.
Oh yes, I was. Yes, I was. Our next, I had to think about that, Ben. Our next Queen candidate is Kayla Van Allen, and her parents are Rick and Lori Van Allen, and she is sponsored by Knotty Pines. You know, this year we only have 7 candidates running for Pepperfest Queen of 2011.
Here we have a dancing group, the Dancing Queens from Roberts,
Oh,
Wisconsin.
yeah.
Roberts, of course, just 10 miles up the road. And we have the Miss Roberts and Miss Congeniality is Kelsey McKenna, Ambassador Megan Bondriska, Ambassador Ashley Vermeesh. Junior Miss Roberts is Marcy Segabreck, and Ambassador Sarah Gibb.
Well, good neighbor days. Trouble seeing around here. Who's next?
Did I miss the right up here somewhere?
No, we're missing some information. Oh, what is this?
I did want to point out when Fantastic Sam's went by, supposedly they're on mullet patrol.
I said that already.
Does that mean that
didn't
they're
hear
looking?
me.
Yeah, but does
they're
that mean
looking.
they're looking for
they're trying to give some haircuts.
Okay.
Somebody's still stuck back in the mullet days.
I see. So
I'm
they were-
assuming that.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask you about.
Yes.
What did that mean?
That's the way I put a spin on that.
Are they
What do we have?
promoting mullets, or are they trying to cure
I think
mullets?
they're trying to cut them off. I think. Well, we
Here's
got
the
the
Y.
YM.
Here's the Y Group. Y, of course, was built in 1995 and a very popular and highly used facility in the Hudson area. And they do have a farmer's market that's new this year on Monday evenings from 4 to 7 p.m.
Oh no, no, we've got the parents of the current Pepperfest.
I tell you, those Pepperfest people, they never give up. They want to party all day long.
And we have King Lee's wife on it too, Diane. So now, and Becky looks it's on there.
Well, it looks like they know how to dance just as well as their daughters.
Yep.
And Becky Lixit right up front, sitting at the front of the float,
Yep.
all having a wonderful time.
Figure, you know what? The parents do so much, and it's all behind the.
They deserve their time in the sun.
Right, and Becky's done this year with the group. She's passed on her baton.
Oh,
Becky
she
has,
did?
yes.
I do remember her telling me she was going to retire, but I wasn't sure she
Yes,
really would do
she
it.
really did. This is
We
it.
had the Winter Carnival. Finally, the St. Paul Winter Carnival family. We have Tyler Schmitz, which is the Prime Minister, Madeline Dosh, Queen of the Snows, and Keith LeBlanc, Boreas Rex, 75th Boreas Rex.
Said they're celebrating their 125th year with this 2011 royal family.
This, of course, we also have the pageant here, which
Because we have the,
King
yeah, the
King
Queen.
Boreas Rexus comes down off Mount Olympus. He's the winter guy, and then Volcanus Rex deposes him by bringing in warm weather,
Right.
sending him back to the mountains and waiting for the next year's snow.
That's right. Got all
It's a
the
huge old
princes.
Cadillac. We have the Northwind Prince, Robert Westland
Woo!
III, Sarah Lindbergh, the Northwind Prince, Toby Madden, the Eastwind Prince, and Anita McCauley.
Here we've got Darcy
Klondike
right here.
Kate.
Yep, she was North Hudson last year.
Yeah,
The Klondike Kate from Darcy Strutt.
and they're all being shepherded by the marshal. You can hear the gun.
Oh my. We've done quite well. Now we've
And
got
another
the West.
part of the festival
Yep,
coming in,
this is
which
West
is
Wind.
Bridget Rissman, the West Wind Prince, and Jason DeKeister, the West Wind Prince. Prince and Princess.
Yep, Bridget. And those
And
are
there's
the
another Klondike Kate marching on the other side. And this would be the Southwind Princess, Kelly Hovland, and the Southwind Prince, Stan Karwaski. Stan Karwaski.
Stan.
Ole, ole, ula.
Stan, I know Stan from 3M.
How you
When
do?
I was right. Yep, Stan.
Well, they're one big family. When they get involved, they tend to stay in it for years.
What? I might be wrong. I'm trying to think if Stan was from 3M. No.
Okay, well, here we come with another member of them. Here's the Doug Barch,
Oh.
which is the 2011 Prince of Ice. Amanda Van Erl, the 2011 Princess of Ice. Mason Caskey, 2011 King Frost. Emma Bennett,
Gosh.
2011 Queen of the Snowflakes. Alex Sether, the 2011 Prince of Snow. And Jessica Erskine, the 2011 Princess of Snow.
They send them all.
They do have a large group. They travel in gangs.
Have a good time. Good time. What is this? The Raspberry Festival. From Hopkins. We don't have anything on this, but the royalty is the Queen is Carissa Matheson, Princess Taylor Jensen, and Lizzie Wallner. Then we've got senior ambassadors, Jim Gall and Trudy Reinitz. And it's going around there. They got a little junior prince and princess, Taylor Myers, Damon William. I missed two of them.
Well, they are on a spinning little dais, which is
Yes.
located on the corner of Berry Lane and Main Street.
There you go. And their festival is in July. That's
It's
all
always a
new.
very pretty float.
Yes. A new group.
Here we have the commercial unit called Life's 5. Life 5 is a health and wellness company focusing on a balance of life. And they're located at 476 County Road A in Hudson. So they have Zumba, Taekwondo, Sculpt, Zumba dancing, TRX, power conditioning, and certified personal trainers.
Zumba's a lot of fun. A few of us girls at school did it every week. We were doing it for a while. It's a lot of fun. Dance, dance, dance. Oh, the Lions Club. Their big garage sale's coming up. Have you ever been to that? The Lions Club garage sale?
No, I have enough
I have.
stuff in my garage. I should donate to the garage sale.
I know, and people go and they say there's so many good things there.
Yeah, I'm sure they are, and for a good cause. You just need a bikini towel like that, right?
Oh, sure. That's cute the way they've got their little float set up.
And
I
a
don't
lion and
remember
a
the
lion.
dates on it though, and they don't say when it is. And I just saw it in the Hudson paper this week, actually. It said if you had things that you
So it
wanted
must be
to
coming up
donate, it's coming
fairly
up
soon.
soon. Oh, we've got looks like a child care coming up.
Yes, it is. It's another commercial unit. I'm not sure that we have anything on that. As we search frantically. But it looks
Yeah,
like they're
The Four Seasons? No.
they're a 247, which is what? Is that the Somerset area?
Yes, I believe it is.
So it's Four Seasons Childcare.
Well, if she'd give us one of her little folders, we could talk about it there.
So since they have a bus, I'm kind of assuming they probably provide rides for customers.
I don't know.
We have some more treats being thrown out to the crowd here from the Cold Stone Creamery and the Rocky Mountain Chocolate Factory.
Ooh,
They're located at 1005 Pearson Drive. They offer the ultimate ice cream experience, and Rocky Mountain's the #1 destination for chocolate lovers
it's
everywhere.
wonderful. So
No,
good.
they and Kanoki's
Oh,
Chocolates may have a little
oh,
battle there.
I think you're right. They both are. I like the creamery part. See, I'm more the ice cream, the creamery. What do we have going here from Home Depot? Advertising, windows, siding, roofing, gutters, insulation.
And I think
Name it.
one of the things they always feature is that they'll be happy to work with you to tell you how to do the project if you are willing to, or interested in doing it
That's right.
yourself.
Yep.
They have the materials and they have the expertise.
Yes, they do. Oh, the
Here's one
world's
of my
biggest
favorite-
potato. You
Yep.
go for that, Ben.
This is the Brooklyn Park float. And Brooklyn Park is the 4th largest city in the metro area and the 6th largest in the state. They have over 85 parks and 60 of them owned by the village. And they celebrate Tater Park Days or Tater Days, and they also celebrate a diversity, many faces in January because they're a very diverse group. And they go all the way back to when hard times during the Depression. They had a lot of potatoes that grew in the sandy soil, and they still have a potato farm that is part of the city.
Boy,
We have
that's
Alicia.
a new float, isn't it? I don't recall that big potato last
So
year.
up there in the big potato are Alicia Io, David, and Jamie Jessica Riza.
Yes. That's a big float.
Well, I've got to flip
No, I
back
just.
to
Oh, no.
another part. They also advertise that they have 420-pound bags of potatoes that are donated by local growers.
Jeez.
I'm not sure if that's part of the festival. If you go to the festival, you can get a 420-pound bag. If so, you better have a truck or something to get it home.
Yeah. Next, we have the Osceola royalty, and Miss Osceola is Leah Roberts. First Princess Audria Davies. Second Princess Heather Larson. Miss Congeniality Morgan Young. Then they have a little Miss Osceola, Mathia Liskew. Princess 1 is Sydney Kruger, and Princess 2 is Abby Tolsman.
There's a lot of names on there. You got 7
They
people on
sure
that float.
are.
And of course, a
A
beautiful
big
bald
group.
eagle
Oh,
at the
it's
top of the
nice.
float, and one in the nest.
Yes.
I don't know if there's some babies in there too. There probably are.
Okay, Ben. Now that looks like another new float, or am I just having some senior
Well,
moments?
I remember the bald eagle.
Oh, then
I
okay.
think that's been here before.
Okay.
Here we have the Woodville float, sitting in my days, which are probably the earliest festival in the area, as I recall. And they're in May 17th, 18th, 19th for next year. And the queen is Morgan Kielmeyer. First princess is Naomi Hurd. And princesses Kayla Stone, and Brianna Barris.
That has been the same float forever, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a Norwegian heritage.
I mean, it really is. Why guess how would you change something like that if it is what it says it right there? Do you ever go to the Sidney days?
Yes, we did go there once, and we were in Woodville earlier this summer at another festival, another incident. Here we have Anderson Plumbing and Heating, and they're sponsoring the Powder Puff Clown Club.
Oh, yes.
So they're followed by a number of clowns, including one I haven't seen before, the gentleman back there with the staff and the red pointed hat. He looks new. I remember the clown in the
bathtub. Yes.
You notice he's not steering. Oh, here he is. Put his
Yeah,
hand on
they
the wheel.
look like
finally.
they've got a few more this year.
I think so.
Yeah. They do. Good, makes people laugh. Good for a good cause.
I see 11 clowns, I think. Oh, maybe 12. Maybe the one on the bike I
coming
didn't
up.
get before either.
Coming up.
A bike with the offset wheels, so he goes bobbing up and down the parade route. I'm not sure if it's a he or she. He's got long hair, but I could
Because-
as well be a he.
Yeah, I think so. But don't they go around to a lot of the hospitals too?
Well, the Shriners do. I'm
But
not so sure
aren't
about
they
the.
kind of getting
the Powder Puff,
connected with the Powder Puff group as well?
Could well be, huh? Yeah, he may be dressed by like a lady, but I think that's a guy.
I think you're right.
And they have their little support group here, and it's being followed by a young child being pulled in a wagon. But this is part of the next.
That's part of the next
Oh.
group, the Wishes and More, that part, yeah. Which Wishes and More, they have a mission statement that says it enhances the life of a child fighting a terminal or life-threatening condition by providing extraordinary experiences.
They also say the purpose is to grant the wish of a child between the ages of birth and 19 who have a terminal or life-threatening condition which will require ongoing treatment, and to provide a scholarship of hope which can also be used for either higher education or to give a memorial to the family in the event the child doesn't survive to realize their wish.
Yeah.
And they are from Fridley, Minnesota.
It's quite a
Very
nice
worthwhile
organization.
and happy to have them here.
Well, it says the next is Latte Women's Ministry from Faith Community Church. And their season kicks off on Sunday, October 2nd. It's a group of women that seek to encourage one another through its once-a-month events. Just kind of a ladies group, get-together group, and just probably go through a gamut of things that are going on
ever
maybe in
attended?
their life. No, I haven't. I like that idea, but I didn't even know about it actually. So this also is informative for me, doing this parade thing, because a lot of things I don't know about.
Here we have a float from the Family Fresh, and they have a number of fun events. They do the Kids Club every Saturday, 10 to 2. They have weekend grilling on Saturday and Sunday through Labor Day. They have a classic car show on September 23rd, and you can order your groceries online.
I didn't know all about that stuff either.
I didn't either.
I just know about going there on Thursdays.
Yes, that's Senior Citizens Day.
You bet. And I'm proud to say I get that discount.
I have taken advantage of that also.
That's
Take my
right.
hat off so you can see my gray hair and know I really qualify. So don't
I
card
said,
me.
no. First time I did get carded. That was
Really?
I did once.
That'll teach you to look so young.
I know the kid was young. I didn't, think he really knew better. I think he just had to ask. Oh, okay. What else is
There's some
happening?
enterprising kids who are,
Selling.
I think they got lemonade in a wagon with a cooler.
What did you were talking tonight? What time does the band start? At 8, 9 o'clock? I'm trying to see what's going on. Oh, did you already say that the spaghetti eating contest was
Nope, I didn't
at
mention
1
it.
o'clock today? 1 to
that mention-
4. And then the champions do their thing at 4 o'clock. And then there's bingo at 6. And Uncle Chunk starts at 8:30 to 12:30.
Okay. And here we have the Hudson Ray Dares dance team. They're an award-winning team from Hudson. They have 27 participants on the varsity and another 16 on the junior varsity. And they compete in local statewide events, and the senior varsity competes at local, regional, and national level.
And they do. Their competitions, they've fared well in the
They've done
competitions
very well,
all
yeah.
around.
And the fact that you have such a large JV group speaks well for the future.
Yeah. Look at them.
They're doing a little dance here for the cameras,
Yes.
so you can find out just how good they are. And they're probably as good a shape as those people that were in the fitness
I
and
know,
wellness
I
club.
love it. Hudson should be proud.
Yes, they are. I think we're getting the high
Good
kick now.
job, girls. That's that away. Very nice. Look like they should be with the football teams.
Yeah. And I imagine they do perform at football games.
Right. Okay, we have another candidate coming through, Taylor Haslop. And her parents are Lynn Haslop and Mitch Haslop, and she's sponsored by the Nova in Hudson, down there on Cooley Road.
Well, it's a great pleasure also to have the Hudson High School Band. I believe that is who is coming next. And trying to get bands, musical units at this time of the year is difficult because they're not back in school yet. And they've probably already had a very busy summer and participating in parades, so they usually like a little break just about this time of the year. So we are honored to have them join us today and provide music and some enjoyment for the crowd. I'm sure that they'll appreciate it very much.
Yes. You know, even if you can't have a full group, it's just nice to have someone, if they're enough to put them together to play. But you know what? School's starting very soon. Teachers are all coming back.
There are a lot of parents that are very thrilled to hear that.
Yes, yes. September 1st, here you go.
Very nice uniforms, blue and white.
Yeah, they don't look so warm like some of them do when they come through. You know, some of their uniforms are so dark, and at least these look cool.
Looks like they're going to pause right here. We're going to get another song.
Good lucky.
And they move on.
A what?
Hi, how you
Full-blooded Italian?
That's a different announcement. Or this is for cable TV.
Ours now. That's French.
So you can.
Your phone called you this morning at like 8:30.
Mark was calling to
My
find
mother
out.
was a Ritchie.
She's looking for a pair of shorts, I think.
For what?
A pair of shorts, blue and white Nike shorts. Black and white.
Yeah, I don't have
Black.
any shorts. I've got shorts and socks.
Okay.
That's all I get, shorts and socks.
We'll catch you later.
Are you guys going down there today?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got the Relay for
We got to go back to business.
Life coming through here. American Cancer Society Relay
Mark,
for
you got
Life,
herself over
and
there, I
it's
think.
of course celebrating the life and honor and memory of those that have been touched by cancer. The Relay for Life is typically
Pardon?
held the last week in
She
June.
may be somewhere down here.
Wonderful, wonderful weekend.
Stay overnight.
That teams camp out for the whole event to enjoy music, fun, entertainment, and activities, and they go around the track all night long to honor those that have been lost or are fighting cancer at this time.
I think they're actually going to do a blast. I was surprised in the summertime that they would do that.
Oh, the heat. The Mott's Hot Air Balloon Rides.
Yep. During the wintertime, that's a great deal because it heats up
Yes.
the immediate area.
Have you ever been on a balloon ride?
No, but I had Marg. I bought one for her several years ago, and she has one pending right now.
Really? I don't like heights. I don't like heights, so I won't
You
go on
don't.
it.
Well, this is the
Another
Wisconsin
one.
Credit Union sponsoring this, and they've been in the area for more than 33 years. They're located at 1601 Maxwell Drive. And I
No.
think this may be a Mott's.
That was a
Stillwater.
Mott's.
Oh, that one was
That was a Mott's.
Okay.
This
And
one.
that's who I have gotten her a ride for her
Okay.
birthday.
You know, we can see them all coming over the St. Croix from the house, and they're beautiful, but I'm always like, I'll pass. I like to look at them. I don't want to be in them.
We have going by us now the Ultimate Martial Arts, formerly the USA Karate, and they've been here for the past 7 years. And we do martial arts training for students 3 and up. Oh, that's a pretty high kick.
Oh, there's
Crowd appreciating the little demonstration.
seems like it's getting more crowded now than it
I
as
think
at the
this
beginning.
is still part of the same group, is it not? I'm not sure. Or is this someone else?
Oh, we've still got, yeah, it is still the ultimate martial
bunch of
art.
martial
Oh,
art
look at the
kids.
little ones. Oh, how cute. They're starting them right, probably 4 years old.
And handing out a lot of literature, trying to recruit, I'm sure, more. Looks like a large group, a very active group.
Wow, wow. So we have the 2010-11, it looks like Rice Street Festival Royalty Court. And the princess is Christy Igbo Agbana, Queen Ashley Hayes, Princess Ashley Galloway. But it looks like we only have 2 out of the 3 with us today.
Yes, we're missing one of them. I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah.
which one.
Nope.
Different names.
I was just gonna say, oh, you know what? This was 10-11 here that I introduced. And now they've got the 11-12 on the car. So
Okay.
they've got us a little confused on our paperwork here.
Well, here we have the Dixieland Pickup Band, which is in a 1930 model AA Ford pickup. The banjoist is Debbie Schreier. Her husband, Tom Owens, drives and plays the washboard. Rich Newbart has played hot licks on the cornet. And Ted Schreier is on the tuba. They've played many times on the Delta Queen and the Mississippi Queen. Also at the New Orleans World Fair.
Wow.
And a number of jazz festivals and recordings.
You'd swear that somebody was singing it. That's cool.
Yeah, much appreciated. Getting nice hands from the crowd.
Yeah. So now what we've got, the Osseo
Yep.
float coming through. Lake Martha Days. And Osseo's queen is Jessie Belts. Princess Michaela Brixson. Jordan Sieg. And their weekend festivity is held Father's Day weekend.
I
So
like the white lace umbrellas.
isn't that pretty?
Nice touch.
Yes, yes. Lake Martha Days.
And they have a Norwegian heritage, and they also want people to know that the truck is a courtesy of Osseo Ford.
Oh, next is Comfort Keepers. They are very helpful with the seniors to maintain their independence. keeping them safe and giving them solutions on how to maintain their health and safety. They provide services of transportation, meals, housekeeping, and personal care. That's a nice
A very critical
organization.
function. I mean,
Sure
people
is.
don't realize how much they just need to have someone available in case they have a need to get out, even just companionship.
Right, nurses, hospice services, respite care, any of that is good.
We've got a little break here, and the reason for that is that we need room for the Zora Roadrunners to do their little demonstrations. And they zip pretty wildly from one end of their routine to the other. These guys have been around for a long time. They support 22 Shriners hospitals, and they participate in over 22 parades every year in western Wisconsin and eastern Minnesota. And over the past 49 years, they've generated more than $500,000 to Shrine hospitals for children.
That's something.
I'm saying all of that now because when they get here, they create enough noise that you probably would not hear us, and I think that's very important information to pass on, how important they are to providing care to children.
That would be fun to go to that, the Shriners game at the University of River Falls. That would be kind of something different to do.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 go-karts in this unit.
And it's fun to see the same guys seem to be still doing it. That one old
That lead
gentleman.
guy has been here for a lot of years. Yeah,
Yes.
that's him. He gives the hand signals and everybody knows what's going on.
This gentleman I remember right there. This one. That
Yeah.
one right there. Look at him.
Are these guys wearing seat belts?
No. I don't
A long
think
pause there. I was wondering if you were
Well, I
checking
was
it
all
out.
of a sudden I was looking down the street and I was kind of at a recognize someone.
You see our cameraman is getting down low so he gets the real flavor of the low slung go-karts coming racing right at him.
Oh, yeah.
He's trusting because I'm not sure they're not going both sides. Oh, they managed to zig around him. There's dedication, getting a good shot.
Jeez.
It's a very nice crowd. You look down the street.
That's what I'm saying. It looked like there's more people since it started. Like we've got some late bloomers.
It looks like they're 10, 12
Oh
deep in
my
many places.
gosh.
Some of those may be people that are coming off of the floats,
Oh, you know what? You're
Now,
probably right.
have disbanded and come back to the fairgrounds because they're going to be
That very well could be.
a number of events that they participate in.
Yeah. Yeah, that could very well be.
Here they come back up. And hanging behind them and coming into view now is the float, the trailer that they use to carry their go-karts in. And again, the van carries a sign, "We ride, so weak legs may walk."
Yeah. 50th celebration. Write that date down.
And you were mentioning the game that's coming
Oh,
up.
I know. It says October 8th. I think that sounds kind of fun. It said the
That's
50th.
in River Falls,
Yeah,
East-West game in River Falls.
it's right at the university.
Mhm.
50th anniversary celebration.
It'd be nice for you to everybody to come and join in.
Yeah. Oh, we've got our next candidate, Nicole Stagg, sponsored by Kanoki's, and her parents are Jody and Tim Stagg. Kanoki's Chocolates. Mm-hmm.
Ah. And we have a commercial unit here. It is Big Boy, Big Bedroom Gallery in Minnesota, Wisconsin, handcrafted, and says, "I got my big girl bed at PM Bedroom Gallery."
Oh, yeah.
I'm not sure where they're located at.
PM Bed Gallery. Well, the one I'm aware of is there on 94.
They are, okay. Is it off the second or third exit?
I want to say it's on the right before you would take.
The Highway 12 exit?
No, I'm talking in towards Woodbury.
Oh, okay.
Right there on right before on 94, heading west there on 94. PM gallery.
These have got to be Pepperfest people, it looks like.
No, it's
This
a,
is the Girl Tots.
yeah, it's a bouncing team.
Yep,
St.
bouncers.
Paul bouncing team. Oh boy.
They've been around a long time. And
Betsy.
here goes the girl, the bouncing girl. There's quite a tryout for this, I understand.
Yes. Oh,
Oh,
my.
getting good air there.
Whoa.
And I think they have two of them. Two bouncing girls, or maybe four, because there's four of them walking along
Oh,
ahead.
they got it, their group.
All right, Shotty, one more time.
Uh-oh, who's
St.
the one
Paul
that's going to
bouncing
do this
team.
one? Oh, it's the same one
I
or
got it.
somebody different?
They were under a
Oh.
wire. They were right under a wire. That's why they had to move ahead a
Oh,
little
is
bit.
that what they did?
Yeah.
Good eye for. Oh my.
There she goes. Oh.
Oh, wow.
A backward somersault. That's kind of interesting. The wire going overhead the street. They had stopped and they checked, looked up,
Hey,
and said,
I'm
"Oh,
glad they looked at that. Oh, the South St. Paul Kaposha Day is coming through. Miss South St. Paul is Allison Dipple, Princess Holly Ekwachi, and Melissa, what, Siupik?
Supik, Supik, I'd say.
South-
Camposia Day."
Yep, South St. Paul Kaposha Days.
That's the last weekend in June, so their festival has been over for a while now. Now we have the Richfield float coming, the Richfield Ambassadors, and their celebration on the 4th of July. They had their 32nd annual hometown this 4th, and it's a 5-day celebration which has an apple pie eating contest, and they say the biggest and the best 4th of July fireworks display in the metro area.
Boy, that's nice and bright.
Certainly very patriotic colors, the red, white, and blue. Fits the
Very.
4th of July celebration. Lots of people on here too. We have the Richfield Ambassador, Michelle Heineke, and Ambassador Ilani Sanchez, Junior Ambassadors Lorelei Schwab and Tejas Ramajan.
Good job. Well, our next, this is our 6th out of 7 Queen candidate, Anna Johnson. And Anna's parents are Troy and Jen Johnson. And Anna is sponsored by Tangled Salon and Spa.
And we have following them the Associated Bank. Associated Bank, of course, formerly the First National Bank of Hudson. I think it's probably been 3 years now that they've changed the name. They're one of the oldest institutions, banking institutions in the area. And Hudson, of course, has quite a variety of banks, so no one should have any problem about where to deposit money. That's your choice.
That's right.
And we thought Marnie Marie was a scratch from the parade,
Oh,
but
yeah,
here
looks
she is.
like she's in.
The Jeep coming down the street right now into our camera range is Marnie Marie Photography. So if you have a special event, a wedding or something coming up and you need professional photography, Marnie will be very happy to talk to you about doing your event.
Bonnie Marie.
And they are actually taking pictures as they go along. They have a frame that you can put your face in the frame and they'll take the picture.
Isn't that a cute idea?
Very cute idea.
That's good. Oh, Ben. Ben, it's us.
You know,
That's
thank you,
cute.
thank you.
Thank you. What a cute idea.
Oh, wonderful.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. What a cute idea.
Oh, I hear some music. But we
Oh,
have
this
First
is-
Baptist
yes,
Church here first.
yeah.
They're located at 309 Vine Street. They're the oldest church building in Hudson. They have a lively worship service. They have music, ministry, Sunday school, and
Hello,
youth
North
ministry.
Hudson. We love your Pepper Fest, and we're from Northfield, Minnesota, the home of the defeat of Jesse James days. We'd like to play a little contest
Oh,
with you
look at
and see how
this.
loud you can be.
This is the Jesse James Northfield.
Yes.
This is the big shootout when the Jesse James gang came to hold up the bank.
Knock.
Knock, knock.
Can't you do it louder? Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Jesse.
Jesse who?
Jesse, how much fun you'll have in Northfield for the defeat of Jesse James days. Thank you. These are our
Oh, that's
ambassadors.
cute.
Rebecca
They're
Peterson, our
listing
princess.
them all off for us.
And that's the weekend after Labor Day. So if you're looking for something to do after Labor Day, go down to Northfield.
Boy, he sounds like he should be an announcer on a radio
And he may
program.
be, I'm not
Why,
sure.
he might be.
He's dragging some spurs behind on the bumper.
Yes. That's pretty darn clever. Now we've got Hassa there, Ben. The Hudson Area Swim Association. That's
And they have swimmers from age 6 and on up. This year they did very well. They placed 4th in the A division at the 2011 Minnesota Short Course Championships, 5th place at the Long Course Championships, and 3 of their swimmers qualified for the national meet where 9 states were competing. That took place in Topeka, Kansas, where Shane Brinkman earned high points awards for the men 9 and 10 group.
got a lot.
So they sound like a very active group. And they've had a very successful program this last year. Pulled by Farmall H here. And we're going to have more Farmalls, I think,
Oh
later.
my, I think so.
Some gentleman that restores Farmalls is in the parade. I have driven a Farmall H and I have cranked it manually like the
Did
crank.
you
on the front.
really?
Oh yeah.
Boy, how old is that? Kind of a tractor?
I don't want to talk about it.
I mean, really though. That's
Oh, that's probably 1950s.
really. Probably don't find a whole lot of those around anymore, do you?
No, this is a Super H and there's a Super M too. H's and M's, most
Oh.
popular.
'85. Next, and our number 7th and final Queen candidate. Is sponsored by McCormick Law Office, and her name is Olivia Bierstedt, and her parents are Todd and Denise Bierstedt.
She's getting a nice cheer from some fellows
Yes.
here on the
The Moody's
sidewalk who
sponsored
are
car.
toasting here with a raised bottle of beer.
There you go. Ooh, look at the St. Louis Park float here.
St. Louis Park, and we'd like to thank you for having us today.
Boy, they're all personalizing their
Yeah,
floats like
St.
this
Louis
on their
Park,
own.
spectacular. We have a junior park ambassador, Bella, and Gabriella, and Jalen. Senior is Jim, and senior ambassador Dee, ambassador Ben, and Taylor, and Aaron. And you're right, they are definitely giving a little kudos
And
to
look
the
at the
Pepperfest.
guys in there.
They're wearing the Pepperfest
Pepperfest,
bandana,
yeah.
wearing Pepperfest shirts, got the beads on,
Yeah,
and they got peppers hanging from each side of the float.
it's
the pepper
nice.
shop and the float.
Personalized it to blend in with the.
I didn't know. I'd say
festival
that's
here.
the North Hudson Pepperfest float.
Oh. All of a sudden, it seems like we've
And-
kind of kicked it up a little faster.
Here's your opportunity to win a car.
Oh,
This is the Mustang, which is given away every year by the Rotary Club, and I'm
Like
sure
that.
that they'll be on the fairgrounds selling tickets. So if you want a chance,
and I never
win
win.
this Mustang, or I think motorcycle.
But it goes to the Rotary, so
So
I buy a ticket and I figure, oh well.
yeah,
Look at that.
Bought tickets over the years. John Knutson always hits me up for tickets.
Yeah.
I haven't won yet. I don't think I
No.
ever came close, I'm sure. Nice looking vehicle, though.
Sure is.
Nice looking bike.
Bike.
So you're right, it goes for a good cause. So buy a ticket and you may be lucky.
Can't win if you don't buy one.
That's absolutely
Right?
right. Absolutely right.
No, isn't going to happen. Oh, here comes the Anoka ambassadors. They're celebrating their 91st year of Halloween.
I really like the fact that they got smoke coming out of the
Oh,
chimney.
their float is great. They've revamped that and redone, I think, the whole thing. Last year, I think it might have been new. It's really nice.
They're throwing out the challenge again. Last year they won the Royalty Spaghetti Eating Championship. So they're back to defend this year.
And their ambassadors are Brianna Morgan, Caitlin Regenashide, and Taylor Nelson. That's always a fun.
So they're going to have their festival on October 22nd for Light Up the Night, and the parade, Grand Day Parade, is on Saturday.
Yeah, because they have that night
October 29th.
parade, which is really neat. Halloween capital of the world.
Yeah, they got everything Halloween on there. They got
Oh,
pumpkins, they got headstones, they got an owl,
Had fun.
the shack, and the raven sitting on one of the stumps up front.
Spooky.
Light posts. They kind of corral everything that you can think of that's associated with Halloween.
Yes. Yep. Okay, what we've got next coming here? The Clear Lake group.
Clear Lake, I don't believe we have a sheet
No.
for, but we're going to be able to give you the royalty
Yep.
by reading the side of the float.
Once they get a little bit closer.
Yeah, they've got looks like 5 people on there, 4 young ladies and 1 very young lady.
Yes. She's got the Italian bandana on. Looks like Miss Clear Lake is Andrea Olmstead, and her 3 princes are Brittany Hoagland, Abby Burns, Marissa Paulson, and then junior queen is Brianna Bjerstead and Violet Tulgren.
Well, and they have spinning chairs so they can spin around and go to the people on both sides of the street.
Yep. Spinning all right.
Lots of little bears on the float too, I noticed. Their festival is in June this year, June 23rd to the 26th. It's Heritage Days.
Wonder if any of them all run over each other.
Here we have the city of Cambridge, Minnesota. And Little Miss Cambridge is Taylor Anderson. The ambassador is Michaela Warden, Ambassador Jessica Rooney, and Ambassador Elena Barris. And Cambridge is located on the Rum River. Beautiful little community. And they have a wonderful
Cambridge
bakery. I
is,
know. I
yeah.
stopped at the bakery.
We got a little
There's another
More
dancing group.
dancers group. It looks like it's Star Prairie group, and they at Star Prairie is their ox cart dates. But now, how does that work, Ben? Their dates are the dates right now of ours.
Yeah, it's showing the third weekend in August.
It says 19, 20, and 21. So
This is probably one of the liveliest groups other than the Pepperfest that I've seen.
Star Prairie Royalty
Other than our
to
group.
help us celebrate Ox Cart Days, the 3rd full weekend
But-
in August in Star Prairie, Wisconsin, sponsored by the Star Prairie Lions Club.
So their Miss Star Prairie is Riley Berger, and their first princess Lila Newville, Taylor Parfit, Eden Burke, Michelle Powers, and then they got an Anna Hams, who is a little miss.
Wow. They're spinning around and not falling over. They're doing their very good job of maintaining their balance.
I don't know. What do we have here? The Emmanuel Lutheran Church.
Yep, it's a Joyful Noise Preschool.
Well, they have a preschool. Emmanuel Lutheran Church group just came through.
Well, I don't find anything really on
No,
them,
we really don't, unfortunately.
other than the fact that they have a preschool program.
I'm not even sure where it's located. I don't-
Located in Hudson, apparently, but I'm not sure the street.
Not sure where their
Hudson
street
does
is.
have a lot of churches, too. Here we have the Rolling Hills 4-H. They've been a traditional participant in the program, and they're throwing out candy and suckers, which the kids are rushing forward to pick up, greatly enjoying that.
Maybe there's some younger people. Could be some younger people.
4-H. It's been around a long time. There was a handful of us from North Hudson that were involved in 4-H.
Rolling Hills actually is St. Joseph's
Is it?
address. Is where Rolling Hills is located, the community. I should really say neighborhood. It's kind of a neighborhood.
Now we have, following Clear Lakes group, we have Amory.
This looks like a different float. I don't recall seeing this one before.
Last year I think we was
Amory's been in the parade, but the float doesn't look
Right.
familiar. I don't know if I don't remember the wooden
Well,
benches.
maybe that I think they've kind of spiffed it up again.
The City of Lakes, of course, and Miss Amory is Marie Wathy. First princess is Bethany Dotto. Second princess, Erin Hansen. Third princess, Laura Satterlund. Miss Congeniality is Kayla Trickstead. And Little Miss Amory is Serafina Johnson.
Right. And their festivities, September 18th is their parade.
And they have a log rolling demonstration this year. That's new.
Now we've got Glenwood City coming through, and Miss Glenwood City is Frankie Monkwitz, Princess Valerie Klinger, and Lorena Shug. And their theme is Rustic Lore's Roaring 20s. And their celebrations held September 8th through 11th.
So that's one that's coming yet. Another festival that you can attend if you wish to head over to the east side of St. Croix County, which is actually the county seat.
Oh, there you
So
go.
the county fair is
Yeah.
held.
Yep, Glenwood City, county fair.
There's a lovely float. It's kind of got a Grecian theme, Grecian temple, and it's from the city of Red Wing. And these are the Miss Red Wing Royal Ambassadors. They were just recently crowned the first weekend in August, so this is a wholly new court. And they celebrate River City Days, which is in downtown Hudson. They also have a historic strolls through downtown Red Wing the Friday following Thanksgiving.
And you know what, Ben? That reminds me of Red Wing with the lights, and they always have the beautiful hanging baskets in Red Wing
Beautiful.
on the streets. They
And the
always have.
ambassadors are Mallory Sackton, Carly Smith, and Chloe Mark.
They've always known for the streets are lovely in Red Wing.
Those are very small baskets compared
Yes,
to the ones they
the
have.
real ones, but they're always beautiful.
Yep.
Oh, Agave's coming through. Agave
Here's the Agave.
Kitchen. Got a band sponsoring a band.
Yep. So
We don't know what it is. What's the name of the band? Oh, it's good. That'll work. Oh, how fun. That kind of music still keeps people moving.
I got a feeling those are all local musicians, young guys.
Oh no! This is Dennis McGinley. He's the one that got elected for the Man of the Year with Cozy Corner. It's time to beat Dennis up. That's
All
what
right.
they said.
Here we got it.
This is where people can score up with him.
Well, We got a young lady in the Segway too. I haven't had a Segway before.
Man of the year. He was nominated for that. Oh! I just got a foot wet.
That one didn't break.
That is so funny. Dennis loves every bit of that.
Our cameraman's protecting his camera.
I know. I don't know. I got a wet foot, Ben.
Oh, you did. Here comes the city of Centura, the village of Centuria. And Miss Centuria is Anna Lupke.
Yep.
First princess is Jenna Ailing. Princess Savannah Sandy and Renea McKenzie. And Little Miss Centuria is Taylor Erickson. Here comes another fall festival.
Boy, they're just all coming together now. We've got the Spring Valley group coming through, Spring Valley Community Royalty. And their queen is Amanda Spinner, Princess Ashley Eisenbach, Amy Smith, with junior princess Raylan Robertson and Megan Bromhild.
And a special note here is that the driver is Gary Hammond, who has been doing this for 25 years. So a quarter of a century that he's been driving this float to parade.
And they're called the Dam Days.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
Spring Valley.
My old employer built the dam there.
Ah.
It's built to withstand two 500-year back-to-back floods. So it's
And now they have theirs in
Dam.
September, but I'm not quite sure if they show the dates. Oh, September 16, 17, and 18.
Here's a new group to our parade. It's called Networks Youth Ministry. They refer to themselves as the workers of the net, and they offer young people and adult volunteers the opportunity to become fishers of men or to bring people to religion. Their two main mission trips that they have are the Breakout for grades 7 to 12 during spring breaks and Mishpack for grades 9 to 12.
This is the next cars. This is called the CM3 Elite Car Club. They came last year, and I don't think we had.
All Chrysler.
And remember, we didn't have anything listed for them, and we felt bad because we couldn't say who they were. We had no idea what.
Well, they mentor kids that are at risk and need the help in staying in school and out of trouble. They work with the Ronald McDonald House, the Second Harvest, and Watton Middle School, and Catholic Charities. So these are all Chrysler Corporation vehicles, too.
Oh, I just hope these people are cleared on the side of the street, being they got too wide going across here.
It's kind of nice to have a corporation, participating in an event that takes care or helps kids that are at risk, need mentorship and guidance. Wow, there's a pretty fancy one coming up the back there. I didn't start counting, but there must be 20 or so vehicles in this unit.
They're beautiful.
We're seeing at the end of it now, though, because I see the Farmall tractors coming up behind it. It's like little Farmall A. And the tractor unit is the Pavlis unit. He has been building tractors for about 15 years. He has 7 Farmall tractors and one John Deere.
That's right up your alley, Ben.
Yep, I've driven this one. This is a nice little tractor too.
That really looks in good condition, doesn't it?
Great little tractor, Clyde Hill. It had the wide front end. He completely takes them apart. Sandblasts them, replaces parts and not original parts.
They're beautiful.
Yep.
So where do you, which one is Roger? Do you think
I
that's
have no
Roger?
idea. No idea.
Roger Pavlis, we wished we would know which one you are.
It's probably this last one.
I
That's the most valuable tractor, I think, of the group.
Oh.
We have a royalty float coming up here. It's from Lakeville, Minnesota. Called the Panorama of Progress, or Panel Prom.
Yeah.
And they have the Miss Lakeview is Caitlin Rosenblum, Rosenbush, Princess Alexis Friesen, Princess J.C. Nelson, Little Master Daniel Baldwin, and Little Miss Laddie Willingham.
Yep.
Maddie Willingham.
Maddie. For kids, celebrate life. I'm not sure where we got going here. This says for
I'm not
kids.
sure we're on the program either.
Something, celebrate life. Unfortunately, we don't have any thing listed on here.
We're at about unit 94 according to my agenda, so we are nearing the end of the parade. I would guess that we're probably only about 10 units left.
Oh, celebrate life 5K run. We did just miss that.
That was
for
the Brian Lauterbach
Lauter-
thing. The gentleman died
Lauterbach, yes.
Died unexpectedly, so they have a 5K run in his honor.
On Saturday, September 17th at the Y Camp Park in Hudson. Just help lessen some of the financial burden for the family.
And
Is that the Hudson Free Press?
Come the Frisbees.
Frisbee thing.
I recall this, I think this is the husband and wife team, and they were like state champions. And they're putting demonstrations on here, keeping the disc spinning and throwing it to each other and behind the back, and very fanciful. These guys know, I shouldn't say guys, this guy and gal know how to deal with a Frisbee.
Whoops.
Getting a lot of appreciation from the crowd.
We have Hammond is next coming up is the Hammond royalty. And Hammond has their festivities, or they just did,
Like last week.
August 9th. Yeah, or it was last week. And Miss Hammond is Michaela Johns, Princess Lindsay Constant, Amber McDonald, Shannon Clickwinoy, and Miss Congeniality is Jamie Max.
Hammond Heartland Days. Clickanoy, that was pretty
Clickwinoy,
interesting. Yeah,
Clickwinoy.
did well with that.
They just must have had theirs last week.
Here we have the Hudson Free Press. It's a free community newspaper that brings the buyer and the seller together. It's a product of the Helmer Printing Company.
Oh,
More music coming here.
This is the Bethel group. They always do a nice job.
And they've got the red, the white, and the green. The Italian color.
Yes, very good. Yeah. When our granddaughter was baptized at Bethel, I attended that service, and their group, their singing group, was fabulous. I mean, it made you want to move.
Kind of neat. They got 3 vocalists.
Bigger, actually. All the different churches have wonderful, singing groups. We're really fortunate.
I like the license plate here, Giggle 1. This is the Giggle Factory.
been to the Giggle Factory? Nobody's small enough to go to the Giggle Factory yet.
Ooh, that water warms up quickly in the sun.
We're coming to a close pretty quick here.
They're pretty quick. We got Greenleaf Landscaping here. They specialize in patios, retaining walls, plantings, and water features. And the local owners are Ben Bosworth, Brooks Lockwood, and they also have a master gardener on staff, which would be Donna Lanny.
You know what, Ben? We have to go ahead of them again. We talked about the Giggle Factory. That was the Simply First preschool sponsored by the Giggle Factory. Yeah,
Okay.
I see. I read the back of the shirts of those ladies.
I think we have our last royalty
Yeah, Clayton.
float of the unit, but I wouldn't swear to it.
It looks like it's the Clayton group.
Clayton, of course, is supposedly the blue cheese capital of Wisconsin. And one time I drove all through Clayton looking to buy blue cheese, and I couldn't find a place that was selling it.
Who do we got for their group? Theirs is on Father's Day weekend. And it looks like Miss Clayton is Anna Moles, and the Princess Amanda Grant, and what is it, Brand Swager and Olivia Svobody?
that looks about-
I'm not sure. SCO body?
That looks very close to me.
Sometimes
So's
they're-
Buddy.
So's Buddy.
We have a new unit, I think, this year, and this is a newest group called the
Huh.
Adult Kickball League. They're in Hudson this year. Finished their first season, about to start the second season. The defending world champion, and I guess if you're only in the local community, you can be the world champion, are the Dolls and Balls, and they were sponsored by Village Inn. And the Sneaky Kickers were second last season. They were sponsored by Guavi Kitchen. And they have several new teams, the Cozy Corner, the Supernovas, the Playground Warriors, the Jagoffs, the Disorderly House, and the Spotted Cow Tipper.
Ah,
I assume that last one has to do with the new Blair Spotted Cow Brewery.
cool.
And there obviously is the World Championship trophy on top of
Yes.
the truck.
Oh, they play on Sunday nights at Burton Field.
Okay. Sounds like a good time.
You can find them on Facebook if you need more information. Sponsored by Dick's, yeah. And it looks
Well,
like the final one coming up now. St.
Yeah, that's-
Croix Granite.
And there are some huge
The
granite
floor.
slabs on that float. They're a family-owned business. They have a new showroom in opening in downtown Hudson, across from Mickelson's. They don't indicate when that's opening. That must be on the building on the corner where you used to have the barber shop and all those buildings that
Yes, it's right across
Andy
from
Crone
Nick- Andy
bought that building and
right,
rehabbed it, and this must be one of the businesses going into
that's
there.
going in. Yeah. Look at. I'll see if you need something that you can use a remnant. That's the best way to go. Counter if it's not too big. Beautiful.
Some huge slabs of granite.
Yeah. Lovely. And
Well, I kind
that
of
looks.
think after that is going to be the pickup crew, the guys that
Yeah.
are coming behind from the village, with the village trucks to pick up any of the garbage that's on the streets. There have not been any equestrian units this year, any horses that have left deposits on the street that I'm aware of,
You know what? We never had any.
other than the one unit pulling the hearse for the
That's it.
Connor Funeral Home.
You're right. That has been it. That's
Yep.
kind of surprising, isn't
It
it?
is, because normally there are some horse units in the
that we
parade.
get one group.
So we have the new dump truck from the Village of Hudson, the pickup
Uh-huh.
from Hudson, and another pickup from
Got our
North
village
Hudson.
employee. Yeah, they're all, which they need to be recognized for all the hard work they do in the village. For all the different
And
seasons.
behind that, I believe, is going to start normal traffic down the street. So Highway 35 will be open again, and we're ready to wrap this up for
Yep.
the 2011 North Hudson Pepperfest Parade. We're very happy you were able to join us, and hopefully you enjoyed all of the units and the bands and the lovely royalty and
Yeah, have a
Pepperfest.
safe weekend. Enjoy yourselves,
Yep.
and thank you very much.
We hope-
Weekend. Enjoy yourselves,
Yep.
and thank you very much.
we hope to see you at the parade grounds and the
Thanks,
fairgrounds.